Welcome back to KB Comics. I'm KB Comics, or you can call me Kyle. This was going to be originally a video ranking all three the original Spider-Man trilogy movies with Tobey Maguire and the director Sam Raimi, but I like them all too much, so they pretty much are all number one to me in my opinion. This trilogy, like to me, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man is better than Tom Holland's and Andrew Garfield's. But since I can't really decide, I'm not gonna make that video. So this is gonna be a video of why number three, Spider-Man 3 in the original trilogy isn't bad, in my opinion. In my opinion, it isn't bad because it gave us looks on, for the first time ever in cinematic history, some even. It gave us really good looks at Sandman, Venom for the first time before Sony made Venom with Tom Hardy. Got Black Suit Spider-Man. I thought that was great. The black suit looked awesome because it was literally like almost like in the original 1994 cartoon. It just turned the suit entirely black, but it looked exactly like the suit Peter was already wearing, but just like black. It looked epic. I thought that black suit was awesome. We saw Sandman. Sandman, I thought the CGI on him was phenomenal. It was really well put together, in my opinion. And Sandman was just badass in that movie, in my opinion. And then we saw New Goblin. We got to see how Harry handled finding out Peter was Spider-Man and how he wanted to try to get revenge on his father dying because he thought Spider-Man killed his father, Norman Osborn. Then, what else? Sure, some people may not like Venom because now we have Tom Hardy, but back then that was like our first Venom, and I didn't think Topher Grace did bad. Maybe sure they could have got someone else that was maybe a little more buffer like Eddie Brock, but I didn't think he did bad, especially on the church scene where he finally gets the Venom in 1994 Spider-Man. And in the comics, that's mostly how it happens. Peter's fighting off Venom in the church bell tower. The sound makes it drip down the church. That seeps through the cracks and falls from the tower all the way down and falls on Eddie Brock, and that's how he becomes Venom. And I like how they did that. I like how they included the original source of how he gets Venom and becomes Venom, Eddie Brock's Venom, and I thought that was awesome. And then there's freaking fight scenes. Some of these fight scenes were awesome. But most importantly, in Andrew Garfield's freaking Gwen Stacy was falling to her death and she actually died, but in Spider-Man 3, Gwen Stacy was falling from the crane all the way down 80 stories, and Spider-Man actually catches her and saves her. So, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man actually saved the girl, Gwen Stacy, and honestly, that fall scene was really well put together, especially the crane breaking the level on the floor and everything like that. Honestly, Spider-Man 3 was really great. Sure, there was the emo Tobey Maguire, but Venom changes you. In this one, it gave you aggressive side. Sure, he turned emo, but it wasn't that bad. In my opinion, played very well. Hail, if you will, wrestling term. And I don't know. I thought Spider-Man 3 was awesome, especially that last fight scene with Harry. It sucked Harry died, but I like how they killed him. They pierced right through the heart with the glider, just like his father. I thought it was really well how that fight scene went because the huge Sandman soaking up everything and helping Venom. Some people are like, oh, but the amnesia part with Harry didn't really need that. It kind of did because it's a self-realization. Like, that's the birth of his plan, Harry's plan. When he finally did realize he was a bad guy again, he tricked Peter and he got Mary Jane to break up with Peter, and he got he messed with Peter's head. He got inside Peter's head because remember, he knows who Spider-Man was. It was Peter Parker. So I thought that was a very good part to have because that's how his plan started, to try to ruin Peter's life by having MJ break up with him, stuff like that. That fight scene too with Bad Peter versus Harry, that was awesome. It was a best friends fight. Where the bomb blew up in Harry's face. Again, these fight scenes were great. I like the Sandman fight in the water in the sewer where he thought he killed Flint Marko. The black suit Spider-Man versus Sandman, thought that was great. And some people are like, oh, too much going on, but in the end they ended it. They didn't leave anything undone. Venom died. Sadly, Harry died. Sandman got to go. He forgave Sandman because Sandman has a kid with pretty much probably cancer. Um, and it was great CGI in my opinion. The first fight scene with Flint getting the money bags out of the car, the armored car, I thought that was really well. And I liked the scene where Peter took off his mask, the sand out of his boot. He's like, where do these guys come from? Because previous episodes were, well, movies were in the previous ones, Doc, and then the first one was Green Goblin. So I don't know. I just like how this movie came out. I thought the movie was really well put together, and I didn't think it was bad. Again, I could be biased because Tobey Maguire is my favorite Spider-Man, but I thought it was really well put together and really well done. And I guess I can understand criticism, but this is just like your opinion video. This is why I like the movie, and this is why I think the movie is very well done. It gives knocks to like original stuff, like in the comics, how Eddie Brock became Venom in the church, everything like that. How obviously Tom Hardy's Venom is probably a little better than Topher Grace, but at the time that's what we got, and I thought it was well put together. Uh, J. Jonah Jameson, J.K. Simmons is the best Jonah. I don't care. I'm glad they brought him back in Tom Holland Spider-Man as J. Jonah Jameson. But yeah, I think this movie was really good, really worth the watch. If you guys have not seen it, you should check it out because it's a really good Spider-Man movie in my opinion. Comment down below if you like Spider-Man 3. I like Spider-Man 3, and I think it's it's great. The original trilogy with Tobey Maguire is definitely the best Spider-Man, hands down in my opinion. Number 3, this is why I think it's not bad, and yeah, I'll put some pictures here and there and let you guys decipher what you think. But comment down below what you think of Spider-Man 3 with Tobey Maguire, directed by Sam Raimi, Black Suit Spider-Man, Sandman, Venom, New Goblin, Mary Jane, everything. And yeah, so with that said, please like, share, and subscribe, guys. You guys are amazing if you already are. And remember, guys, it's YouTube. Stay villain free.